Chatons. It has been such a long time, but I'm so excited to start you off with the very first video of my comeback, which is a review on Phoenix Drop High. It was a story from the YouTube channel Aphmau, a Minecraft role player, and she is also known as the writer Jessica Babruva. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's start off with Phoenix Drop High Season 1. Now we have a few things to notate, and the first one I like to bring up is the harem reverse, where Aphmau is the main character and she has multiple love interests, including Aaron, who's the lone wolf, Jean is the bully, and Garth and Lawrence are the jocks, one for baseball, one for soccer. And in the end, Aphmau inclines more to the relationship with Aaron, but doesn't get into one until My Street Season 1. Now, another thing I like to notate is the age gap between Aphmau and Aaron. Now, their age gap is triggering for some of you. Not for me much, it's pretty normal. Aphmau is 14 and Aaron is 18. Now, that age gap really triggers a lot of people, but it really shouldn't. There's a lot of people out there that are in relationships with 4 to 5 to 6 years of age gap, and probably even more. Those are pretty bad, but I'm saying 4 to 6 is not so bad. So, editor's notes here. I brought this up because of the fact that a lot of people take offense to this, and a lot of people brought it up and really started to hate on her for this, and I'm defending her here. Honestly, it is not that bad, and she was actually representing her real-life relationship, which is Jessica and Jason's relationship. They did meet through a video game, and they fell in love, and they had a 4-year age gap. So they were just trying to represent what maybe their high school life would have been like. And honestly, I think it's very sweet and enduring to know that she implies little bits and pieces of her life into the show. Now, back to the topics. Third one, we are enemies to lovers, blind, with Aphmau and Aaron, also Shu and FC. So FC is Aaron, Shu is Aphmau. And they never really met each other in person, but they knew each other through a video game, but in high school, they were like total enemies. And when they figured out they were secretly best friends via online, they started to grow closer with each other and really create a very special knitted friendship bond throughout the Phoenix Drop High series, because they were both searching for that one person they could fully trust. Because Aphmau was going through rumors and not a lot of her friends were believing her, and the only person that stood up for her was Aaron. Now, another thing to notate is the werewolf class. Woo! We get introduced through this throughout the entire show, but mostly in Phoenix Drop High Season 1 and 2. Now, in Season 1, we are introduced to the pack mentality kind of thing, where they have 2 alphas, a female and a male, and an omega. And Aaron ends up being both the alpha male and the omega, and he chooses Aphmau secretly to be the alpha female in order to protect her from the other werewolves in the class. Now, one of the things I really want to get into is the high school life reality she brings up. She brings up the overprotective parenting, the bullying, the exams, the stress, the blackmailing, trying to find yourself in high school, wanting a relationship, friendship, and the rumors. And she really shows how damaging bullying, blackmailing, and rumors can be. And she also shows how there's always good friendships that you can find out there, that even if you don't get in a relationship in high school, wait, it just takes time. And she really brings this up, and I love that she brings this reality into it, because a lot of high school stories are romanticized, and she really brings out both the romanticized version and a little bit of reality, which is good, and it teaches actual lessons to people who are the audience who is watching this. Now, another thing I'd like to notate is the adult humor. So, she has this one episode where Aaron is babysitting a child and doesn't really know how to, and Aphmau, is helping him and teaching him, and they lose the baby, and Aphmau is like, oh darn, what do we do? And she's like, you know what, I'm gonna call a stork so we can get a new baby. And Aaron's like, you know what, that's not where babies come from, but I'm gonna let this slide. And I find that so funny, because she's trying to show that this show is made for all ages. Last thing I'd like to notate is the types of worlds that are involved. So we have an Irene, which is like a goddess angel, if you know about Minecraft Diaries. We have a demon warlock, we have warlocks and witches, so we have magic involved. We also have werewolves and Meif'was, which are cat people. So I'm just gonna let you have this little moment to conclude everything we have heard of My Street, Season 1 of Phoenix Drop High.
Even if we don't end up together, you're someone very special to me. You always will be.
FC, can I?
Yes. Well, did it hurt?
No, not at all. Can we do it again?
Sure.
Now we're off to Season 2 overview of Phoenix Drop High. Now, Season 2 did a lot better than Season 1 in many aspects, including the harem reverse. Meaning that the main character, Aphmau, has multiple love interests, but instead of being very cringy about it, she made it more realistic. In the aspect that she added 3 more characters. We have Ian, who is the controlling love interest. We have Kai, who's like you're my only option love interest. And Casey, who is a puppy love. Now we still have Aaron, but now he's a college student and decides to remain friends with Aphmau, but is still very much in love with Aphmau. And we have Jean, who's a creepy stalker kind in Season 2. But it's pretty much about real life of what certain things happen. Now, point number 2, we have a long-distance relationship between Aphmau and Aaron. They're constantly texting, and their little text icons are much better than in Season 1. She includes, like, these little add-ons on top, and then their cute little cheap faces, which I adore, so points for that. And next, we're doing valuing yourself. Now, Aphmau, throughout this entire time, learns to value herself as a person by understanding that she should be herself and not change for others or seeking to be valued by someone else. For example, she changed her hair color for Kai. She tried to make herself more Caitlyn instead of being herself. And thanks be to God, Aaron reminds her of who she really is and that she should really value herself, and she really takes it to heart. The next thing is relationship reality. Now, she really gets in depth in Season 2 with this stuff by bringing up the idea that people can use you in life, and as well as things not working out. For example, Kai was only using her for I needed relationship status. Ian wanted her to control humans in the school, and it didn't work out, because even if she went on a date with Kai, it did not work out. She discovered stuff, and again, Aaron brings it out for her. Now, we are introduced to the Meif'wa class, meaning that they have 4 leaders instead of like the typical werewolf with 2. And we also have true friends like Caitlyn, who fends for Aphmau when she discovers that Kai is interested in her instead of Aphmau. And then we have the twisted personality of Ian, which is so dark. I love how he was this innocent character, and he turns really, really dark. But here's a quick clip of Season 2. Enjoy!
For me, you'll always be the one.
Huh?
Even if you love someone else in the time that we're apart, there's no doubt in my mind. You will always be the one for me. I will never not feel this way.
Aaron? Can I ask you something?
Anything.
When we're older, can we be together?
What do you mean?
I want a chance to be with you. I want something to look forward to. And if that's not possible, I understand. But I want hope to...
I promise.
You didn't even let me finish.
I want that more than you would ever know. And I promise you, we'll be together someday. Just not right now.
You need to seal that promise.
What do you mean?
With a kiss?
All right.
Huh? Really?
I'm not planning on going back on this promise. When I'm ready for a relationship with you, I'll kiss you again.
Promise?
Promise.
If that's a promise, then you owe me another kiss.
Alright then. Come closer.
Hey Meif'wa, I'm home early and I wanted to... You!
We're dead.
Run?
Run?
Run. Can I carry you?
Sure. What? Seriously? My window? My daughter? Aaron! I'll hate you forever!
I'm so dead when I get back.
Now, Chatoons, for the part you guys have all been waiting for, the rating of Phoenix Drop High. Now, for Season 1, the overall rating is a 7 out of 10. Now, it didn't get a really high rating because of the fact that the storyline was still not very coherent. It was a little off. There was a lot of, added in pieces that weren't really necessary. But otherwise, the story was still pretty good and it was easy to follow. Now, for Season 2 of Phoenix Drop High, the overall rating is a 9 out of 10. This one was more coherent and it was more enjoyable to have. Now, for the overall rating of Phoenix Drop High, Season 1 and 2 combined, the rating is an 8 out of 10. What a stellar job, Jessica. It was a beautiful story that you've written. Now, it has come to the end of the video, my Chatons, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. Au revoir, and a wolf hero out.